Hello and welcome to the Synergy Sanctum. This is our series focused on positive life coaching lessons with Squee the Immortal, where we aim to provide everyone with awareness and coaching that is focused on identifying your goals and your values, ensuring that the steps you take on your own adventure are aligned with that return on time that you are seeking, and sharing countless strategies focused on positive mindsets, resilience, and flourishing as a person each and every day. Let's get into today's episode. One of the final ideas we're going to talk about for this particular segment is this idea of job crafting, which actually ends up being a positive psychology concept. So this idea that the way I think about my work and the way that I'm approaching my work can heavily impact my mindset and whether or not I'm going to flourish in the workplace, right? So kind of the key takeaways when it comes to job crafting, and there'll be a link in the description as well if you want to kind of dig into this a little further, it's going to allow you as an employee without external factors to tailor your job to better fit your strengths and your interests, which is ultimately going to enhance how you feel about your job and whether you're satisfied with it, right? So it goes back to this idea that the things that we've talked about when it comes to positive mental health and flourishing are directly related to the work as well, and the way that you think and approach the work can impact whether or not you are feeling like you're flourishing or doing something that matters or having meaning or gaining skills, right? It also goes into this idea that you are going to be required to adjust the tasks that might involve relationships or perceptions or tasks, right? You're going to have to kind of adjust all of that in a way to where it is more aligned with what you're trying to tailor your job to. So if I'm doing this task in a way that negatively impacts me or makes me hate that task or hate that type of work, then what can I do to adjust that to make it more aligned with my strengths or what I value or what needs I might have? And then encouraging this for yourself, but as well as others, can ultimately increase motivation, and it can increase those things we've talked about previously when it comes to internal motivation by having autonomy and meaning and mastery when it comes to your work, and then feeling like there's a higher purpose beyond yourself. And it can also lead to you being more engaged in the work that's happening, which ultimately leads to you being more productive and getting better results and things like that. So very, very powerful concept when it comes to job crafting, and we're going to talk about it today. So job crafting is about taking proactive steps to ultimately redesign what it is that you do at work and ensuring that you are changing tasks, relationships, or perceptions in a way that are more fulfilling for you. So the kind of why behind this, the main premise is you're not going to get the job you might want or a promotion as quickly as you are going to have to keep doing that same job, right? So you can have all of the intention in the world and the desire to promote, but it's controlled by so many external factors, and we'll talk about in later videos with the professional development how to close the gap on those factors. But when it comes to job crafting, the main premise behind it is that you can stay in the same role or the same type of job that you have now, even if you currently feel miserable, and you can do things in a way to where you are changing how you're thinking and approaching the work. And that's ultimately leading to you getting more meaning out of the job that you currently have. And it's also leading you to have validation that there is reasons behind staying here for now, right? And those reasons can be, well, I get to help others, or I get to I'm investing for my future. I'm able to pay my bills. I'm able to you're shifting the measures of success in a way to where it's more aligned with how you're thinking about the work versus all of these external factors that a lot of us focus on when it comes to our careers and professional development. So in my experience, at least, a lot of people focus on the next step, right? I need to get promoted. It's 3 years. I have to get promoted now, or I'm bored with this work, or I hate my boss, or the culture here sucks, and insert X reason that then has you focused on leaving that job. The grass is going to be greener elsewhere, right? But you don't know that. You can't control for that. You don't know if a new job's going to suddenly fix it. And it's this idea of okay, well, I'm currently here, I'm established, and how am I thinking about this work that might be leading me towards like negative impact or feeling like I have no control or meaning or my boss doesn't care about me, whatever negative exists at your job, is there anything within your control to change?